Hello, and welcome to the Indie Haven Just Past Fresh video for Apotheon. Now, the idea behind this series is we're going to take a look at some games that we didn't give all that much coverage to when they were first out.
The gods have abandoned you.
Off to a good start.
What love they once gave is now gone. The sea gives only water. The woods give only wind. The earth gives only dust. Even the midday sky gives only twilight. And with their shepherds gone, the sheep fall prey to wolves. Without the gifts of Olympus, you are lost to the darkness.
Anyway, so this is a Metroidvania game. Pretty bog-standard Metroidvania game with one exception. The art style is very unique. I can honestly say that I have never personally seen any game take this sort of Greek vase approach to art. And it does have some weirdness, as you can see. The walk cycle is just... I don't know, the walk cycle bugs me just a bit. But, for the most part, this game is, I'm gonna say, visually spectacular. It's very stylized, so I imagine it would be pretty easy to run on a computer. Probably didn't take all that much work to get made. But still, the overall effect is unique and impressive.
These raider scum will take everything we have. They're taking prisoners, invading houses, and burning anything they can't pillage. I need you wherever you can stick a blade. Secure the village!
Okay, so right there you get to see the first little bit of one of the things I rather like about this game. It has pretty big open levels. There's a good bit of exploration in the looks of things. Admittedly, this is mostly a first impressions video.
This one's mine!
But, minor spoiler, my first impressions are pretty good. Not great, but good enough. Alright, switching through weapons, giving them some tests. Most of the weapons are pretty samey, minor changes to range and swing speed. The game has a weapon decay mechanic, which I could imagine gets a little bit frustrating, but didn't seem to be all that much of a problem during what I played of it. A little bit of an active shielding mechanic here. Took an arrow like a chump. Oh, slingstone, sorry.
Lay him low!
Combat is a little bit awkward. Not terribly so, but it's a bit tricky to make things look good. Finesse is something of a challenge for this game. And I just discovered by accident right there that you can throw your weapons. It's probably useful for weapons that are on their last leg. You can throw them at enemies for like a quick little ranged attack. Maybe take advantage of an opening in somebody's block or something.
I can still crackheads like the old days. Why are you standing there in nothing but your skin? That thick skull of yours as good as a helmet? I think I got some old leathers in the back you can wear. Grab me that coin box, would you? I want to make sure you can cover the costs. Here, try these on. Cover up that greasy hide of yours.
Anyway, so there is a shop mechanic in this game. This is the only shop I've encountered. The rest of what I got in this playthrough, I ended up looting.
To the sea! Help me over here! Cut you!
Help me over here! Give it up!
I'm just gonna point out while I'm thinking about it that the music in this game is really bog standard.
Over! Don't be scared. Lay down those weapons.
I feel like they probably had a good opportunity to use some less traditional types of video game music, stuff that would be more commonly associated with their overall Greek aesthetic. It doesn't seem like they did that, and I feel like that's a missed opportunity.
Give it up.
But that's kind of the theme of this game. This game is really boilerplate with a very interesting art aesthetic.
God, help us! Why are they doing this? Help us! Gods, help us!
Another one for the market. Bet you do well in the arena.
Please, have mercy!
The slowest lever in the world.
Why are they doing this? Help us!
Anyway, here's the hook helmet. I don't know why. I suspect that that's supposed to be some type of plume, but I really like the little hook accoutrement on the top of this.
Gods, have mercy!
Don't be
For a moment there, I confused blue and red.
Help me! They're taking the grain! God, stop them! We don't even have enough to last the season! Don't be scared! Lay down those weapons!
Takes me a moment to figure out the look mechanic. It's a little bit awkward to use, not gonna lie.
This one's mine!
Gonna take a few hits there. Gonna try a couple of times to hit him with the hatchet. Again, aiming, not impossible in this game, but a little bit more of a challenge than I like. I'm playing with a gamepad, and the control stick, I'm not sure whether it is too sensitive or not sensitive enough. All I know is that getting precise aim in this game it's a task for the brave and the foolhardy. Unless you get the drop on an enemy, the time you spend aiming is time they're going to be beating the tar out of you. Now, I know that this is the tutorial, but they give you a lot of items in it. I'm wondering if the game gets harder later on, because just the number of weapons and healing items that they give you in this initial stretch, I have a little bit of difficulty seeing how anyone could need to use them all.
Hit him hard! Hit him! Lay him low! Over here! Got a runner!
Have I mentioned that I think this game is pretty? Because I do. I mean, just look at this background right here. It's just the little details about it. It kind of taps into a sort of... well, as you saw from the opening, the whole game has a little bit of post-apocalypse, the gods have abandoned you. More than a little, a lot. Let's be real. And I like how it sort of taps into the really high contrast color scheme to kind of make the world feel sick.
I went hunting yesterday. Didn't see a single deer. Went up this morning. Didn't see any rabbits. No birds singing either. There was always the bird songs in the mornings. Peep, cheep, cheep, tweet. Lots of rats though. People like rat meat, right?
No.
I hear them bandits upstairs. Don't you worry. I'll keep all the rat meat safe. Don't worry. I'll keep the wine safe too.
I do not think this man will keep any of the wine safe. For completion's sake, I tried to kill the rats. Those little buggers are hard to hit with the slowest weapon in the game. You get a lot of weapons in this game. I don't know if you've noticed, but you get a very wide range of decisions of how you are going to slightly differently hit people.
If you push them back to the sea.
God, have mercy!
Most of the weapons aren't really all that different, and it just kind of comes down to personal taste.
God, help us!
kind of settled into using the club Forgotten is why. But if I had to say, just gun to my head, favorite weapon at the time I played this game, probably gonna be the spear. The Doru. I probably mispronounced that.
Those bastards are taking prisoners to their ship on the beach.
Help us! Gods have mercy.
Teaches you how to use healing items there. Not really much need for them, though. Like I said, this game is fairly easy from what I've seen of it. But again, just the tutorial level.
Don't be scared. Hit him hard. Hit him low. Give it up.
Anyway, the darkness mechanic in this game, I don't know what to say about it. It doesn't really add anything. It doesn't really take away much. It creates levels where you aren't really able to use the shield without sacrificing your vision. I could see how that could become a challenge, but I don't know, but
Good heavens, my Kendrios. I doused all the lamps and hid up here before they could find me. I'm fine, but you look dreadful. Come closer, my boy. Here, let me show you how to mix a soothing tonic for your wounds.
so there is a crafting system in this game. Decided to make a couple more healing nectars because I already have a lot of them. And some Greek fires because hand grenades are awesome. Even ancient hand grenades.
You there, with me. Their leader is on the warpath. We need to rally to the temple.
So, pretty sure that people who are invading are supposed to be Roman.
Help me over here, please. Rally!
They're running around with falcatas, talking about putting people in the arena. Yeah. That all seems like Roman stuff.
Forward to the temple.
decided to take this opportunity to look at the world map. And make some more Greek fire.
Help me over here!
Ooh, that guy is done. I'm gonna give an archery a try here. Scoring the headshots. Can't tell if targeting specific body parts in this game has any difference, I should say. Ooh, this guy's rolling around.
Hit him hard, hit him low!
I'll cut you!
That guy wanted to cut me, but it seems he's the one who got cut. Video game enemies always are overconfident.
If you struggle, I'll only stick you.
Decided to try using one of the healing items. You've got two separate healing item tracks, one for your armor, one for your health. Looks like armor gets run down first and then health, so it's a little different from a lot of games where hits will diminish both armor and health at the same time.
God save us! They sealed the door behind them, but I have the spare key. Take it! Take it!
Decided to use the roll move that we saw the other enemy use earlier. And I got an Aegis shield. This is awesome. Earlier you had to pay a lot of attention to, well, not a lot of attention, but some attention to where your shield was covering. Not anymore. You just put up the Aegis and one of your sides is covered. I sing of golden-throned Hera, whom Rhea bare. Queen of the immortals is she, surpassing all in beauty. She is the sister and wife of loud-thundering Zeus, the glorious one whom all the blessed throughout the high Olympus reverence and honor, even as Zeus who delights in thunder. These things are cool. Hydrofangs are one of the new ammunition types. They help a little bit with the aiming difficulties the bow has.
Why are they doing this?
Out of my way, peasant! The gods have forsaken you! Resign to your fate, and leave this world to stronger men!
So this is the first boss fight of the game. Decide to just frag him a little bit, it makes the fight go really fast. Still, this boss is pretty good about making things feel like they're doable. Has some well-timed attacks, and is pretty good about putting up his shield. And jumping like that. I actually rather liked this boss fight. It felt neat for a first boss fight, not too challenging, but a good test of the mechanics you've learned so far in the game. More story.
And so, a champion is born. A lone bright ember glowing from within a dying hearth. Arise, my chosen. Arise, Nicandrios. You stand before Hera, fairest amongst all goddesses, divine queen of Olympus. Under the shadow of the mountain, humanity gasps its last breath. The gods have abandoned you. Zeus, king of gods and men, my husband, has turned his back on your people. He has broken the sacred contract between deities and mortals. He has betrayed you. You see, we are alike, you and I. Wife and son, wounded by husband and father. Unfaithful in matrimony, he discards his oaths for lesser creatures. Irresponsible in patriarchy, he discards his mortal subjects, like an ungrateful child tossing away his toys. The law of Zeus is absolute, and the Olympians are compelled to obey. Without the seeds of Demeter, your crops fail. Without the grace of Artemis, your forests are barren. Without the gaze of Apollo, your minds stumble in darkness. But I, as queen, am not so easily cowed. Step to the altar, Nicandrios.
So,
I present to you a choice. Ascend Mount Olympus, strip these callous gods of their power, and cast down Zeus from his lofty throne.
anybody else getting a God of War vibe?
Stand up to the cruel deities of Olympus and earn your people's salvation.
Because I am really getting a God of War
remain
vibe.
here, without the gifts of the gods, and watch your world turn to ashes. For too long has my husband escaped the consequences of his actions. But together, we will take what is owed.
Yeah, so that's Apotheon. It's not great. It's not bad either. Honestly, it is a really boilerplate Metroidvania game. There is not a single idea it has that has not been done better in other games. The story is basically God of War. The only real standout quality of this game is the art style. So, I guess bottom line is, if you see it on sale, if you like this kind of game, if you think this art style is really pretty like I do, if any of this stuff looked interesting, I'd grab it on a sale. But I don't know, definitely the kind of game where, apart from the art style, everything about it is really forgettable, and that's kind of a pity. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me talk about this game and give some coverage to you know, a game that didn't get all that much coverage on Indie Haven. Let me know what you think about Apotheon if you've played it, or about this video in the comments section. Like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.